the persuasion and on the personal note from Shri Ravindra Nath ji, Shri PanneerSelvam Ramaswamy ji had been very kind, the Principal Director MSME, to join us today for this particular program. We extend him a warm welcome. It's a pleasure to have. And along with him, we also extend a very warm welcome to all his team members. And today, on the request of all the principals, we are going to share with you each and everything in a very silent, in a slow process, so that you get an idea what is existing on the web portal, what is to be taken from where, what is the total process, how would you set up the incubation center, what exactly Ministry of MSME has got to offer to you, and how basically you can further proceed to equip every child from your school, from your college, from your polytechnic, from your ITI, wherever you are. Today, ladies and gentlemen, as a very special project on this journey, when we all are going to be together, it's going to be totally supported by our IT part component. That means, like you are seeing this particular slide over here, it is crystal clear to you that what exactly is the theme, what is the program, and this is promoting skilling and entrepreneurship among the youth through various schemes of Government of India which are being offered. And our focus is all the schools, all colleges, all universities, and whether you're private or you're government, whether you're a polytechnic or you're a ITI, everybody we are taking on board, all of you. So on behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry, which is operational since 1994, we extend a very warm welcome to all our brothers and sisters across globe. And those are the natives, those are joining to know more about MSME in India. You're more than welcome. But ladies and gentlemen, this evening there's a special focus which we are giving basically to the entire education ecosystem of India, where principals, headmasters, teachers, counselors, technocrats from different echelons, they all are going to be the part of this particular journey. From our chamber, hearty welcome. This is our complete week program, Monday to Sunday, how we all are together. That complete thing is being taken care of. It is displayed over here. And then every Sunday at 5 p.m., you have got this special program. Now, on the request from the various principals across India, particularly UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and a couple of other places, you would be happy to know that our chamber's book, which is getting released, Making Education Relevant, we have started covering every day one chapter with you. And that means one motivational talk every day from 12:30 to 1:30. Now, what is the importance of it? It is Monday to Friday. And this is in Hindi. This is not in English. क्योंकि आप लोगों की रिक्वेस्ट थी कि ये जो कार्यक्रम है एक स्पेशल आपके लिए हिंदी में आना चाहिए, तो सोमवार से शुक्रवार दोपहर को 12:30 बजे से 1:30 बजे तक हम युवा पीढ़ी की बात को लेकर चलेंगे कि आज की युवक क्या चाहते हैं, आज की युवा प्रणाली क्या चाहती है, उन्हें क्या चाहिए। यह कार्यक्रम शुरू हो चुका है, इसका कर्टन रेजर हम कर चुके हैं, तो मत भूलिएगा कल दोपहर को 12:30 बजे हिंदी में रूबरू आपके साथ इसका पहला चैप्टर हम लोग लेकर चलेंगे। और ये भी इसी कार्यक्रम के बाद आज रात को 7:30 बजे, बिकॉज आवर चेंबर इज डीलिंग विद द नॉन रेजिडेंट इंडियंस, डू जॉइन अस फॉर a very special program. Non-resident Indians are joining us all the way from Texas and from Hudson and Hudson, you can call it, Hudson, you can call it, whatever you want to call. So Houston also, some of the people call it. So different pronunciation, no worries. It's a place where it was Howdy Modi and Honorable Prime Minister of India had gone, and there was a large gathering of the people. So do join us at 7:30 p.m. today after this program for that as well. So ladies and gentlemen, Whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So let's be together. And education has got a definite purpose. Under the dynamic leadership of our former CMD NSIC, under the aegis of Ministry of Micro, Small and the Medium Enterprise, and now the chairman for MSME segment of ICSI, we extend a very warm welcome to all of you this evening. And it is his initiative, it's his efforts, it's his dedication. And this evening, just before this program, we had a special program with the ASEAN, and they all were extremely happy to note that India ASEAN joint series program, what we are doing nowadays, that is on every Sunday at 3 p.m. at Indian Standard Time, 3 o'clock, MSME and in ASEAN, SME sector is also getting a greater dimensions. We had a privilege last week to have our most respectable PanneerSelvam Ramaswamy ji, the Principal Director, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, who was kind enough to join us last week. And there he shared with all of us lots of inputs, what exactly is happening in MSME sector. And he also shared with us that what initiatives can be taken up by schools, colleges, universities, institutions, polytechnics and all. So today they all have joined us and they all are very keen to know what exactly Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise has got to offer. So we will go step by step. If tomorrow you have to set up an incubation center in your own establishment, if you have to bring up with something, then how do you have to go by? So we extend once again a very hearty welcome to our distinguished guest and Ramaswamy ji, because he has got a long experience and almost 30 years. And now presently he is stationed at Agra. And he also extended last time, if you all remember, an invitation to all of you that once the situation improves, then you're more than welcome to visit with the prior kind of a coordination, intimation. You can see it then on ground for yourself, what all innovative, creative he has built up over there and what exactly we can take up further. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, let me extend a very warm welcome to our distinguished guests today. And I hand over the baton to Shri Ravindra Nath ji to take on today's proceedings.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much. Compliments to you on having, this is the 284th webinar. And whenever I hear you saying that why did somebody make a Sunday or why did somebody make a Saturday, I think if nobody else would have heard you, at least the people playing IPL have heard you. Because on a normal day, they play one match, but on a Sunday, they play two matches. So IPL and Dr. Gulshan Sharma both take the challenge that on Sunday, we should be doing something extra. I was also listening to you and the participants in the ASEAN program a little while back. And something which was very relevant even for the academia was also there. Industry 4.0. How does academia build bridges with the SMEs over there? Because we had a gentleman from Cambodia who was explaining these things, but these are relevant. And I'm sure the participants today, to whom I extend my warmest greetings, who are there from India and who are there from all over the world, would be very, very keen to listen. But as you rightly said, sir, the star of our evening today is Mr. R. PanneerSelvam, Principal Director, MSME, Technical Development Center, Agra. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. And we are really honored to have you back. It has never happened in our webinars that somebody comes on a back-to-back and on a much bigger public demand. Because I had said in my last time when I mentioned about you that there are very few people who carry the experience, who carry the expertise as you do, Mr. PanneerSelvam ji. And truly, we feel honored with your presence today. The topic is very, very relevant. And I would not like to come between you and all the participants who are there. But Dr. Sharma, I would like to mention something which I have been noticing to you also. Sir, 284 and many more to follow. But I would request you to please take care of your health also, because all these programs, and I understand you have two after this, they are very exhausting. Not only despite your doing that treatment of yoga and all those exercises, still it requires sitting, it requires your alertness, and definitely they are very taxing. Mr. PanneerSelvam, while all these colleges are there very eager to listen to you, I will only like to mention a few things which make our program even more and more important. Sir, India, as you know, is 18% of the world population and 600 million people under the age of 25. 250 million school-going children are there in India, more than any other country in the world. But what really bothers us today is that India is still galloping ahead, that by 2027, we will be having 1 billion people aged between 15 and 64. I would also like to pause Dr. Sharma over here, because I find there's another gentleman, Mr. Kathir, who has also joined us on the asking of Mr. PanneerSelvam. So greetings to you also, Mr. Kathir, and we welcome you to our program. And I'm sure you and Mr. PanneerSelvam together would be adding all that knowledge and expertise and trying to answer all the questions which our participants would be very eager to listen to you. Sir, one thing which really I was amazed when I heard in 2020, the estimated youth unemployment rate in India is 23.75%. And these are the figures, the data given by ILO estimates. And for the past decade, India's youth unemployment rate has been hovering around 22%. And when I say youth unemployment rate, it refers to those in the workforce who are aged between 15 to 24 and without a job, but actively seeking one. Another figure which really amazes all of us is 1.3 million people are getting added every year. But the jobs which are being given is less than 1/10 of the increasing workforce. So what do we have? We have before us the education policy, which is going to make things in the times to come. We already have the challenges on hand. The industry says we are not well trained, but there is a galloping workforce which is getting added year on year. But the question remains, how do we tap into this reservoir of talent and energy to spur the story of India's growth ahead? The questions which would definitely be before you are, should we be focusing on skilling, or do we create more opportunities for entrepreneurship development? What are the Government of India schemes with respect to enhancing the skilling amongst the workforce or those who are about to enter the workforce? And what are those schemes which will enable us to create an entrepreneurship culture in our country? So without much ado, sir, and to request you to straight away address the impatient participants of ours who are very eager, because everybody wants to ensure that those whom they train, those whom they educate, when they come out and join the workforce, they are all relevant. And so I would like to hand over to you, Mr. PanneerSelvam, to start with your presentation. Over to you, Mr. PanneerSelvam. Please unmute your mic, sir. Mr. PanneerSelvam? Hello?
I'm just trying to, that's what I'm trying to have Mr. Kathir and PanneerSelvam ji. I think he is having difficulty. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, by the time they come back, I just wish to share with all of
over to you
that today is a very important day for schools, colleges,
can you
universities,
start with the presentation if the slides can be uploaded?
And then we have got ITIs.
Hello.
So all of us, if we want to make our education more practical, more relevant,
Hello.
and that's what is the efforts of
Mr.
all of us.
PanneerSelvam?
We want to make our education relevant. And when we want to make our education relevant, it is very important we all have to understand that as far as possible, we should try and give our education in a practical way. And when we talk about a practical way, that means education holds a relevance for future. Whatsoever we are learning today, how it's going to be relevant to all of us tomorrow, whether we are completing school education and we can do our graduation or our post-graduation privately, and you take up some kind of a venture, some kind of a job, startup, stand-up, entrepreneurship, whatsoever you want. And at the same time, if you're holding already your higher education and you want to go for something further, then again, we got to look into it. So today, you have got a great opportunity for all of you. And we would like more and more schools, more and more colleges. So we have got our distinguished guest with us. So we are eagerly waiting for that. And we look forward to that. And
Mr.
here
Selvam,
we go ahead with our distinguished guest. Kindly unmute your mic. Kindly unmute your mic, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Very much loud and clear.
Yes. So thank you. Sorry, I had a little hang up. Maybe the technology always know it is very good, but at the same time, something happens, then we got all have a problems. So thank you very much once again for inviting us and giving us a chance again. And I also feel after participating in the last seminar and also this webinar, I think we can do a lot together. Maybe definitely we'll try in the directions and we can support many people. So straight away, as I agreed last time, we'll go to the presentations because Sharmaji was very particular that I should have presentations. So we have come out with the presentations, but still, see if they have any doubt. I have Mr. Kadir also, who is coordinating with the ministry, and he knows how people should, get a link and then upload their proposals. So he can help you out. And Kadir, you can share your number in the group, maybe, or you can have one slide you can display in the end of my presentations. Okay, so just give me a minute so that I can I'll share my presentations straight away.
So ladies and gentlemen, by the time the presentation comes to you and he starts, I just wish to share and remind you all that on the YouTube, you can put your questions, you can put your details. If you got any query, participate actively and make the best use of it. Welcome to Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Technology Development Center, PPDC Agra, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise. Yes, it's perfectly visible, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. See, these presentations, we have chosen very, very few schemes, not all the schemes, which are relevant to the education institutions. That was our agreement last time. I think understanding that we should help all the education institutions, how they get involved in our MSME schemes. So take advantage and also give benefits to MSME sector. So the presentations is going to cover the schemes which are relevant to education institutions. See, the first I will again go with the definitions that I have told. So small MSME sectors are not very small nowadays. See, last time also I told that, see, the person who is earning 1,000 rupees a day is also a MSME, is a micro enterprises, and the unit that's making a turnover up to 250 crores also comes under the MSME sector. So that's the difference, vast difference is there. So almost the entire thing is covered under the MSME sector. 95%, around 95% are covered under MSME sector. So the MSME sector has got a very, very important role to play in the economic of the nations. So that's the the main point that I wanted to bring. So government is coming out with a lot of initiatives, a lot of schemes. The schemes are being revised and continuously. Last year we had, again this year also, based on these definitions, we are looking at to any changes are required. So under the leadership of our secretary, so the task force has been made. Now they are looking at the schemes. Most probably is going to have very fine tuning. Then most probably it will be very, very helpful, user friendly, and people can take advantage of that. So you can look at the latest definitions. See, micro enterprises comes with the investment of 1 crore, less than 1 crore, and the turnover of 5 crores, less than 5 crores. The small, again, 50 crores turnover. And again, you can see medium is 250 crores. It's a very huge amount, and it covers almost all, 90% of the business that exists in our country. So going through that schemes, that's the main point that we are looking, and today's program was organized. These are some of the schemes which are very, very relevant, where educational institutions can get into the schemes, and they take advantage for their MSME sector and also the students who are interested in starting startups and new enterprises. So you can just see some of the schemes. The last two schemes, which are for the benefit of MSME sector, but here I brought under this category because the schemes are very it's a flagship schemes. They have a lot of budget provisions, and where really the engineering colleges and management institutions take advantage by doing a consultancy in these schemes. They can also get involved in the scheme of Z certifications and lean manufacturing. See, there are few more schemes that I will come to the details later. But these are some of the main schemes. One of the important schemes that people now take advantage is support for entrepreneurial and managerial development of MSMEs through incubators. This is the very, very attractive schemes, and most of the colleges and the educational institutions know about these schemes. So Qatar is the coordinator, one of the coordinator for this scheme. And then again, the design expertise to manufacturing MSME sector. Though it says that it's a manufacturing for MSME sector, but see, the R&D institution, educational institutions play a very big role. For example, the scheme is coordinated by the Tata Institute, Bangalore, the IISC, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. They do a lot of work on this. So other colleges, educational institutions also can take a benefit of this scheme. And then building intellectual awareness on intellectual property rights. So there are few components of the schemes where the educational institutions can get involved. And digital MSME also another very attractive schemes. Today, this is very, very important because everything, it's becoming a digital. So in this context, this scheme has become very, very important, and people can take advantage of these schemes. Educational institutions particularly can play a big role because they have a large full of computer science engineering students. So then the last two, as I told you, this is for the benefit of MSME sector in managing the institutes and bringing them to competitiveness. So, but engineering colleges definitely take advantage in giving a consultancy services. It's a very, very, one of important schemes which has got a large budget provisions under the schemes. So let us go to the schemes one by one. And the support for entrepreneurial management development of MSMEs through incubators. The objective of this scheme is to, the main objective is implement the scheme, bring the students and engineering, particularly engineering and technology students, and motivate them and give an idea that they can come out with some innovative products so that can get into a market, they can get an advantage or start a business, enterprises, and they can provide employment to many people. So the main idea is bringing innovations through engineering and educational institutions. That's the main idea. So promoting the ideas of the students, because every engineering college has got a very, very mandatory requirement that they should give a project's work end of the college. So without that, they don't get a degree. But generally what happens, it's going to be a repeated one. Somewhere happens some projects, then the other colleges will copy it and it will continue. So here the idea of this scheme is to bring a new innovations because through the support available, they can also contribute their innovations to the nations. So thereby they can bring employment, new product development, and new markets, etc. So that's the main idea. So under the scheme, there are many activities. The proposed activities, the recognition of eligible institution as a host institutions. That means the educational institution has to get registered as a host institution. Host means you are hosting something, set up business incubators. Later stage, they will set up a business incubators, but without that also they can exist as a host institutions. The requirement is just they should get approved degree colleges or educational institutions so are eligible to apply for this. So based on the regulations and based on their reputations, based on their faculties, support and infrastructures, they will be approved as a host institutions. Once they get a host institutions, then they are eligible to forward their innovative project ideas for funding, grant in aids. So as I already told you, the grant in aid is 15 lakh rupees per project. Each host institutions, the host institution can be many within the colleges, within the university. For example, last time also I told IIT has got, IIT Chennai has got 2. IIT Madras, sorry, it is, IIT Madras has got 2 incubation centers. That means host institution status. One with the technology center, electronic department, and another one and under management institutions. So like this, there can be many host institutions. That is the preliminary requirement that they should go for the registration as a host institutions. Once that is over, there are some requirements. Maybe Kadir can support in this. One requirement is they should have a separate bank account, and another one is they should produce the IT registration document, evidence. So these two are, important thing. Other requirements are all formalities. Just you have to produce MOU with the institutions, with the ministry, and then give some undertaking. All those things are, very simple. And the application also very simple for host institution. They should go to the website. I will come to those details later. And then the second is approval for ideas of the incubating of the host institutions. Host institutions should forward their own ideas. So within the institutions, they are generally allowed to give 10 ideas. But nowadays we have if it is good ideas, more than 10 is coming up, then we don't stop there. They can forward, or they can also forward through other host institutions which are not fulfilling the requirement of 10. That's the one thing. The financial assistance for nurturing the idea of host institutions available, seed capital fund, that I will come to the details. Then for the project ideas, as I already told you, so the 15 lakhs, they are dispersed in 2 installments. One is 1/3 of the amount is given once the project idea is approved. And the second installment, 2/3 of the project idea. That means 5 lakhs in the beginning and 10 lakhs second installment. Once you spend the 5 lakhs, nothing to happen. See, generally the preliminary work will happen. Once they verify that the amount has been spent, then you are eligible to claim for the second installments of 10 lakh rupees. So that means it is so simple that this amount is dispersed in 2 installments. And of course, all R&D work, so depends on many things. It may give success, it may not give success. That's not the accountable for but only the idea should be innovative. Maybe they themselves can come out successfully, or others also can take up, or maybe they can come out with some modifications or some alterations, and it can become another viable or economical project ideas. So this is the very, very attractive schemes for educational institutions. So there are some other support services available for various programs that can be organized under this scheme. That is once you get a host institution registrations, then you can submit your proposals for conducting some programs, awareness program about the scheme, so that you can motivate your students. So for that, the government grant up to 70,000 per program is available. You can have 1 or 2, whatever the proposal. If your proposal agreed, then you get 70,000 rupees per day. It is generally awareness programs are organized per day, one single day. So they give 70,000 to cover all those preliminary expenses. Then workshop you can conduct. Can be a national workshop, the national workshop at regional level, national workshop at city, cosmopolitan cities. So there are different type of ratings. They 5 lakhs per day and 3 lakhs per day. So you can also submit proposals for conducting a workshops. You are eligible to submit. And then granting aid to business incubations for developing and nurturing the ideas. For each idea, the maximum is 15 lakh rupees per idea. And dispersed in 2 installments, I already said. And then granting support for plant and machinery to business incubations. Generally, this scheme was introduced the beginning, first phase, those who have a TBA already, and the government used to give the support for business ideas. That was the first phase. Now, it has come that the Science and Technology Department also support. Sorry. There's a large number of educational institutions. So now it's very difficult to support all those institutions. And further to support them, so we also give a plant and machinery to establish TBA. That means Technology Business Incubation Centers. Again, once the ideas is successfully been brought out, and prototype has been brought out, tested, and it is ready for market, and then the unit can go for a startup, then the seed capital support up to 1 crore as a granting aid also available. So this is the all about the scheme, various component of the scheme where the educational institution can take advantage. They can send their proposals. And who can apply? All educational students and the entrepreneurs of the institutions. That means the entrepreneur who are attached with the institutions, maybe sometimes the old students, alumni, or NGOs also, they can apply through the institutions. So how to apply? This is very important. You can see the scheme link given in the presentations. This will share with you. Don't worry. I will send it to Dr. Sharma Saab. So Sharma Saab will forward to all the participants who are wanted to this. Otherwise, also you can just look at it. It is a dcmsme.gov.in/scheme. So this scheme, I know it's being updated now and then. Even the updated information also you can get in the website. So please kindly visit DCMSME or Google it. MSME schemes for incubations. You will get the link directly. So then you can get all the details, even and the application form, what are the things are there, and how you should go, and how to upload. All those details will be there. Yes. So the next scheme, coming to the next scheme. So design expertise to manufacturing MSME sector. So design part, see, you have come, first you had an idea. So you come to the center, incubation center, you wanted to develop your prototypes, then you need your design expertise ideas. So to motivate those design concepts, design thinking, so we have schemes called design expertise to manufacturing MSME sector. See, though it is no manufacturing sector, but educational institution definitely can get involved. Association also get involved, but educational institutions really they do a lot of things with the support of industry institution collaborations. See, as I already told you, IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore is doing a lot of work. They have come out with a lot of design work. They are supporting, Bangalore Industrial Estate, particularly Pinia Industrial Estate. They were able to come out with a lot of design ideas. So to promote the design thinking and design ideas, so there are many components under the schemes. Those components, you can take advantage. So for example, again, creating awareness among the students, what are the supports available under the schemes. So one-day programs, so there is a funding available up to 70,000 rupees. Then workshop also, the need assessment survey again, and national level workshop and orientation program for all stakeholders. There are under very, very different categories all related to the design. So many programs are there, even training the implementing agency, the officials, MSME officials. So PPTC was lucky enough to take advantage of the scheme. And also we took the officials, DIC officials to Singapore to give training on design thinking. So this type of advantage, see, not only you can also promote, send your proposals, and these proposals, if approved, then you get a funding. So again, you can see a very, very attractive one at the last column, last row. See a steady global best practices and design program and fair and exhibitions of the other countries, 50 lakh rupees available. So the IISc Bangalore is take advantage of. We also sent a proposal last year, but due to coronavirus lockdown, and we were not able to do it. This year we can definitely send a proposal now. Maybe you can get it before this financial year end. So all these things, again, you have to Google it, see a design expertise scheme, or go to the DC MSME schemes. Then you get the link, you can upload it directly. Or you can also keep Kadir's number. If anything you require, you can definitely get in touch with him. Okay. Then this is the design. I already told you here, a lot of things are there, awareness program, and the educational institution definitely can get into it. Some of the educational institutions have done a consultancy because they are allowed to do it. So they can definitely see the amount of no consultancy, no granting aid available. It's around 28 lakhs per cluster. The cluster of 10 units. 10 units, the consultancy amounts available is 28 lakhs. So PPTC Agra, this technology center, also did some consultancy work successfully to bring a best practices under the lean scheme. So the visit to the clusters, again within and outside, also possible. The per visit 10 lakh rupees is available. The JET scheme, again there's similar support available for a JET, but it had to pick up. Now I request finally all the educational institutions, there is a huge budgetary provisions available. You can study the schemes and get into it so that you can take advantage under various components. The awareness program, national workshop, consultancy and training particularly. So that is one of the very, very pet project of the ministry. Definitely, I know they are going to be in a very big way. So it's a good chance to get involved into the industry institution collaborations under these two schemes. This is another advantage. You will have a linkage with the educational institutions and industries. So this some details of the JET schemes. I don't want to go into it because it's very detailed. The other schemes that's available is for procurement and marketing support. So definitely the IIM and other management institutions, MBA institutions can take advantage of this scheme. There are a lot of components which is related to, I'll straight away go to the scheme details. See, participation in the domestic trade fair. The educational institutions can organize in association with the local industries, can organize a visit to the exhibition any part of the country or even abroad. There are a different type of schemes and support services available. So you can see some of the details that's given for the visit. You can see how they should travel and what are the eligibility and how much is eligible. All those details are there. So you can get into the schemes, then you can get definitely all those details. And organizing a domestic trade fair, even the educational institutions or business schools can organize institutions. So far, I think there are very few takers for this component. So definitely many institutions can get into this scheme. Say, even we have organized, we have taken the advantage of the scheme we organized through a college. See, we collaborated with the two educational institutions. One is at Madura, then another one is Kolhapur. It's a big, universities, private universities, deemed private universities. We took advantage of their infrastructures and organized the trade fair. So they themselves also can do it. So they can get a provisions, they can afford, and they can organize on their own. Maybe we can support them. So you can look at, again, the different provisions are available. It's all a grant, not a loan. Grant is you need not pay back. Capacity building, this is another very, very, very easy things because all educational institutions are involved in training. So definitely they can get into a training very easily and they can support the industry MSME sector. So
our honorable guest of the evening, there are about 13 principles those have posted. Is there any incentive being given if people are helping in capacity building of MSME?
No, entire expenses they can claim. There are various capacity building programs are available. All the schemes are good capacity building programs.
Okay.
So they can, yes. Suppose you see, I have one of the slides, you might have noticed that 70,000 rupees for a awareness program. So they can send a proposal and get 70,000 rupees. Suppose they want to go for a workshop. So workshop is also a training. It's some sort of a practical training, demonstrative training. So they have a provisions of 5 lakhs we have seen in some of the schemes. So 5 lakhs they get as a grant, they can organize.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, so then one more attractive schemes, all the educational institutions, definitely now it became a mandatory to have a enterprise EDC cell, entrepreneurship development cell. So most of the engineering colleges, wherever I have come across, they have a EDC cell. So the EDC cell can take advantage of this scheme, particularly, and I know it's very, very attractive schemes to motivate the students. And to see, instead of a job seeker, they can become a job giver. So these are very attractive schemes. Whatever the expenses are there, it's another capacity building program. And definitely, they can be able to meet within that expenditures. So this has got a very, very, elaborate scheme. So details are available in the website. Again, I'll give some of the very relevant points. See, these are the abstract of the schemes. One is industrial motivation campaign for a cluster based. That means educational institutions can organize this scheme 1 day program at the cluster level. They have to get in touch with the local industry. They can organize a program for the cluster. Nowadays, the cluster-based entrepreneurship development programs are becoming very popular. So particularly in UPC, this one product, one district scheme is very, very popular. So that means that there's a cluster being identified. The important cluster of the district has been identified to support them or to promote more industries or more clusters within, more units within the cluster. So this program is very, very handy. And again, see, the industrial motivation campaigns for a youth, this is specially made for educational institutions, 2 days training program. And so this will give a lot of motivation to the students. It is not 1 day, it is a 2 days, because students require a lot of other inputs. But industry clusters, the 1 day, but the amount allotted for this is same, because educational institutions, they have already infrastructure and some of the equipments all available in the institution. So, and requirements is different from the industry cluster. So that's the reason they have put a 2 days, but the amount is same. And whereas the cluster-based program, it is 1 day, the amount is different. That means same, almost same. So that's third one is an entrepreneurship awareness program. This is 2 weeks program. 2 weeks, it covers with the entrepreneurial aspects of the entrepreneurial qualities and skills required for an entrepreneur is taught during this program, 2 weeks program, not in technical things covered. And only related to the entrepreneurship. Maybe it can be a marketing, entrepreneurial capability, entrepreneurial quality, and the support services available, certain things which is very relevant to entrepreneurship. So the technical part is not there. That means, suppose someone wants to start some technical product, so he has to get his knowledge from outside. This scheme will not give you. Only the 2 weeks, you get some inputs so that you can improve your capability to run the business, start and run the business. And the fourth one is entrepreneurship calm skill development program. This is 6 weeks program. This, of course, involves a little bit of a technical inputs. That means someone wants to start the computer or hardware related things. So maybe he can get a training on computer hardware. Or someone wants to have the training on particularly for ladies, there are a lot of items, food processing, and garments making. So some of the very important skills that is required is being taught for 1 month, and again the 2 weeks the entrepreneurial aspects. So this has got, again, you can see 1.25 lakhs provisions available. Education institutions can definitely do this type of a program and take advantage and also motivate their students. The third one is for a development, management development program. This is focused on the existing MSME sectors. That means the education institutions can identify the local cluster and then organize some of the management area programs, capacity building, so that it can be covered within a week. Maybe flexibly they can have a part-time programs or a full-time program, whatever way that suits to the cluster or industries. They get a very nominal amount, granting aid of 50,000 rupees. So you can organize the program. So colleges got infrastructure, they can definitely do it. See, management institutions and engineering colleges may be very handy for this scheme. Then another scheme, this is a very, very attractive scheme, again, becoming very popular. Now even technology centers or nodal agencies, we can recommend the projects to the ministry. Particularly our center, technology center, has given a lot of projects. And one is from Kerala. One educational institutions, Mangalam Engineering College, has submitted a project, manufacturing of LED bulb. LED bulb, you all may be very familiar. Particularly during these seasons, you have a lot of decorative lamps. Decorative lamps, all very, very small items. That's all imported, huge quantity. So to avoid this, now we are bringing out with this projects. It's becoming very popular. Even a government office recently has brought out a notice that we should develop or support LED bulbs and avoid imports. So this type of support also they can take. Now here, the project up to 2 crores, they can get support with the minimum participations in the cluster. The cluster I was referring from engineering college in Kerala is focused to support self-help group, the local ladies who are involved in self-help group. So they are going to manufacture the LED bulbs with the training support from the engineering college. And they already done one program with the state government. Now they have submitted a proposal as a technical agencies. They will get 8% of the project cost as administrative expenses to support the cluster. So here are, another very great opportunity for educational institutions, particularly engineering colleges and universities. I'll give some of the details. I will share the presentations. You can also get these informations in their website. This is very important information that I will just give a brief introductions in this. The regular cluster up to 500 artisans, you get up to 2.5 crores. So greater than 500, that means artisans or self-help group ladies, and then the traditional the rural industries, the enterprises who are going to benefit. The beneficiaries are more than 500, then you can go up to 5 crores. 5 crores, if you do a project, then 8% of the 5 crores you get as administrative charges. And again, this is the consultancy charges. It gives you a consultancy capability, and it gives the interactions with the industries. It also gives with the support that you are going to do the local people, so that ultimately you can develop the economic of the local people and livelihood of the local people. Then another one important scheme is ASPIRE. ASPIRE is this is the incubation schemes even PPTC Agra and the Technology Center has got some project recently approved. We have three as per schemes approved. That means 3 TBIs. The main objective is establish the technology business incubations in the rural areas. That's the main objectives. Rural means it's not for urban, but it is for a rural industry, promote agro and rural industries. So we have recently got approval for one is at Nagu, another one is Kerala, that also very outskirts of the Trivandrum, Attungal, and then one at Srinagar. So the educational institutions can submit. This is what a TBI scheme generally. I'll see. These are the 2 components. It is not a 3 component. It is a 2 component. Third component is the funding. Funding I have removed it, but the scheme, the main components is this 2: livelihood business incubators and technology business incubators. You can establish either one at the rural area. That means it should cater to the rural need of the people. So they ultimately to improve the livelihood of local people and bring the local economy better, and then they can support local youth, local industry, local clusters, and the local the requirements are met from the local needs. So this is what these schemes are all about. Definitely, this is like incubation schemes. This is the another continuations of that component, and the very attractive schemes. No engineering college or education institution has applied for this, except the technology centers and some from Andhra government last year. SSC has got approval. Around 8 has got approval, out of which 3 from our institutions and 5 from technology. No, Telangana government. So educational institutions got a very, very good scope. And so they can go and identify and submit the proposal. All these proposals, most of the proposals are now online. Nothing to worry about it. You just Google it and you get all the details, or you get the link, go to the link and you start uploading. If you have any doubt, then you can find the coordinator with the Champion portal. There is a portal called Champion. It is a one last meeting also I have explained. So go to the Champion portal. You get the link for all those schemes. So you can navigate and go to the right support services. And definitely it is an easy process. For an educational institution, it may not be a much difficulties. So some of the details of this, it's available in the presentations. You can also see the scheme details. See here, that's what I had told you. Existing TBI, 50% of the cost and plant machinery, 30 lakhs whichever is less. And a new TBI, 50% of the cost of the plant and machinery, 100 lakh which is less. The land and other infrastructure is not created. It should be already there. It should not be created. And the government institutions, suppose the colleges or engineering institutions or R&D institutions, their government, then they can get 100% support services under the scheme. So thank you very much. I just run through the presentations. I will share these presentations immediately to Sharma Saab. And those who have any doubts, definitely they can get in touch with me through Kadir, and we will support definitely. Kadir is there only to support this, to give a hand only. Already Kadir has got a network of 400 to 500 colleges. So he is in touch with them, and mostly others also can join, and we will definitely support. Kadir, if you are ready with the your details, you can share. I will stop the sharing.
Share my contact details in the screen.
No, you can share your contact details so that if anyone wants, they can take.
Yeah.
Sharma Saab, now I just...
I'm so happy because people are so...
Very much. And
people are...
because you have a lot of questions, it seems I can go one by one, no problem.
People are so happy. Thank you very much.
I think
for such a elaborate, such a detailed presentation, because everybody is so happy. So ladies and gentlemen, here you have got 6379392453 and 9677692445, and his email ID is katir@dcmsme.gov.in. What a wonderful presentation, what a detailed presentation, each and every point being discussed, and we are grateful for such a wonderful input. I would request Ravindra Nath ji to kindly share further with PanneerSelvam ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It was indeed, I would say, a very elaborate, very clear presentation on each and every aspect which the educational institutions can benefit from. It can be seen from these schemes that the Ministry of MSME is really strongly inclined to promote skilling, to promote entrepreneurship culture in our country. They go a long way in working, because I remember this scheme, the Aspire scheme which you mentioned in the end, the Spurti scheme which you mentioned, the incubation scheme which you mentioned of DC MSME. They are all where we can set up these incubation centers in the campus of the college or the university itself.
Exactly.
And when something comes to your doorstep, it is only we and we alone who can take advantage of it. I do remember there were a lot of colleges, there were a lot of, even in the private sector, who sponsored their programs, their proposals through the government in order to get 100% of the budgetary support which is there for this scheme. And the government, looking at the value of the proposal and looking at the initiative which is being taken by the college, because the college itself will be sharing their campus. They have spent their money into the infrastructure. And that, looking at that, because what is going to benefit? The benefit is coming to our students, the benefit is going to come to our state, and the benefit is largely going to come to the society, because the society benefits out of it. And that is where I believe that both these schemes, I would say, the Aspire scheme and the incubator scheme of the Ministry of MSME, the Development Commissioner's Office, which have been very well explained by you, Mr. PanneerSelvam. Thank you so much for that. But ladies and gentlemen, if we really want to do something, and if we only focus on two ministry schemes, the Ministry of MSME and the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, there are, I would say, a host of schemes which are available, of which we have only to take benefit out of them. If we have any questions, Mr. PanneerSelvam, his center in Agra, his consultant, Mr. Kathir, and our Dr. Gulshan Sharma ji is our own chamber. We are all there to support you. We are all there to assist you in whatever manner you want. One scheme I'll just like to mention, if you permit, Mr. PanneerSelvam, which is definitely I would say, the talk of every educational institution these days, and that is Atal Innovation Mission. Atal Innovation Mission is again of what we abbreviate and say AIM. It's an initiative of the Government of India to promote culture of entrepreneurship and innovation across the nation. And under that, we have Atal Tinkering Labs, Atal Tinkering Laboratories in schools to develop creativity and imagination in the minds of children. It is this tool where tools and equipments for children are given to learn and understand the concepts of science, technology, engineering, and maths, what we call STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths. They are all offering different kits and equipments of various topics, including electronics, sensors, 3D printers, and whatnot. And AIM also provides financial support of 20 lakhs to each school. That includes one-time establishment cost of 10 lakhs and operational cost of 10 lakhs for a period of 5 years. So this is another scheme which we can take a lot of benefit from. Then we have the Atal Incubation Centers. They promote and help the startup enterprises to become more stable, scalable, and sustainable. Under this, the eligibility requires the applicant to have at least 10,000 square feet ready to use and built up space. And they can be applied by individuals, they can be applied by business escalators, they can be applied by corporate sector, higher educational institutions, and R&D institutes. Then we also have the Atal New India Challenge, where again, the aim is to incentivize innovation in areas of energy, water, housing, health, and hygiene. What I'm trying to mention is there are a host of schemes for skilling enhancement, for incubation setting up, for creative ideas to be given encouragement and promotion and benefit, and even under AIM, that is Atal Innovation, we have.
मैं BC में है, मैं तो मैसेज भेजा है, आपको बाद में करें.
Okay. We also have the scheme for Mentor of Change program. Here we have Atal Community Innovation Centers. The aim shall be providing a maximum grant up to 2.5 crore, which has to be as per that. So what we would like to mention, Dr. Gulshan Sharma ji, is there are ample opportunities available. Government is all out to help people who want to really take advantage of them. As Mr. PanneerSelvam has said that his services are available to all these educational institutions. He has already mentioned how he has been helping. And those who come through, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. PanneerSelvam, those universities or colleges who come through you and you find that the concept of their proposal is worthy of being setting up, you can even recommend them. And such college universities can even get the benefit of 100% sponsorship under the budgetary support. That is what enables that is what enables the sorry. Doctor sir, you were saying something?
No, his mic was mute, sir. Now he can talk.
No, yes. We can support, definitely we can support. And we can also give a hand holding.
Yes.
Right from the beginning. We can help them in uploading. We can help them in identifying a right
technologies.
Yes, we can do that.
My only submission, which I would like to make, sir, we are on the right track. We are in the right direction. We are moving in an appropriate manner. Now, because all the schools, colleges, universities, polytechnics, ITIs, they all are coming under the Confluence and the podlocks, where we are working out from the chamber. And we have focused our entire energy from 25th of March onwards, exclusively moving towards education to be blended with some kind of an opening for the children. And now you at the helm of the affair with such a distinguished career and such a long experience, and bringing people like PanneerSelvam ji and all these people, those are directly related, associated, and at the helm of the affairs. I personally feel, sir, the message goes louder, deeper, and straight to all the principals and all the directors and all the institutions that nothing could have been more appropriate, that you have got right people over here. Now, education has got a definite purpose. There has to be a proper opening. And I would make humble request time and again, let's strategically channelize our children toward startup, stand up, self-employment, becoming entrepreneur. And अगर भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनना है तो उसके लिए पनीर सेल्वम जी के जो मिनिस्ट्री की स्कीम्स हैं और जो हम प्रयास कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि हिंदी भाषा की भी बेल्ट के काफी लोग जुड़े हैं यूपी से आज, तो मैं इसलिए थोड़ा सा ये इस तरीके से, मध्य प्रदेश से भी बहुत सारे लोग जुड़े हैं, इंदौर से जुड़े हैं, उज्जैन से जुड़े हैं, राजस्थान से जुड़े हैं, तो मैं सबको एक ही बात कहना चाहूंगा कि अब आपको सब कुछ परोस के प्लेट में हम दे रहे हैं रेडीमेड। अगर अब भी कोई स्कूल या कॉलेज या पॉलिटेक्निक या कोई आईटीआई या कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन, इरिस्पेक्टिव आप प्राइवेट हैं, इरिस्पेक्टिव आप गवर्नमेंट के हैं, इरिस्पेक्टिव आप पीपीपी मोड में कहीं भी हैं, आप कैसे भी हैं, इस चीज की एडवांटेज लीजिए। और रविंद्र नाथ जी जिनका इतना लॉन्ग एक्सपीरियंस है, और पनीर सेल्वम जी जो जिनके यहाँ पर हम लोगों को आगरा भी बाद में जाना है, विजिट करना है, इनसे कोऑर्डिनेशन करके अलग अलग बैचेस के अंदर, सो दैट प्रिंसिपल लोग ग्राउंड पे देख सकें कि क्या एग्जिस्ट करता है, इन्होंने क्या चीज वहां एस्टेब्लिश किया है, और उस तरीके से जल्द उन सब चीजों को हम अपने इंस्टीट्यूशंस में लेके आए, क्योंकि एजुकेशन मेयरली तब तक पेपर्स पर रह जाएगी जब तक बच्चों को राइट अपॉर्चुनिटीज या राइट ओपनिंग्स, और उसके लिए स्कूल्स की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सिर्फ उनको पढ़ाने की नहीं है, कॉलेजेस को सिर्फ उनको पढ़ाने की नहीं है। हम तो अपने चेंबर की तरफ से बड़े पोलाइट वे में गवर्नमेंट को यहां तक लिख के दे चुके हैं कि हर एक कॉलेज की ग्रांट जो भी आप देते हैं, इट शुड बी डायरेक्टली लिंक्ड कि अगर 100 बच्चे पास हो रहे हैं तो जिस कॉलेज के 100 में से 90 बच्चे किसी रोजगार में और बेरोजगार नहीं रहते, उस कॉलेज को ज्यादा ग्रांट दीजिए एज कंपेयर टू ट्रेडिशनल वे ऑफ गिविंग ए ग्रांट कि नहीं जी ये हमारा गवर्नमेंट का कॉलेज है, ये दूसरा है, ये तो पीपीपी मोड पे। ऐसा नहीं है। जिसकी जैसी परफॉर्मेंस हो, इस कोविड ने एक काम बहुत अच्छा कर दिया, इस लॉकडाउन ने एक काम बहुत अच्छा कर दिया, सब कुछ ट्रांसपेरेंट हो गया, सब कुछ ट्रांसपेरेंट हो गया। अगर आप अच्छा काम करेंगे तो आपको पनीर सेल्वम साहब जैसे लोग मिलेंगे, आप उन चीजों का फायदा ले सकते हैं। मैं रविंद्र नाथ जी से यही निवेदन करूंगा कि अब हम इसको पूरे जोर शोर से आगे लेके चलें। आज सबको बेसिकली एक ट्रांसपेरेंट मैनर में वेबसाइट भी मिल गई, और नथिंग कुड हैव बीन सो काइंड ऑफ हिम कि इन्होंने गवर्नमेंट के अधिकारी के दोनों मोबाइल नंबर और ईमेल आईडी भी आपको दे दिया। अगर अब भी हम सरकार की स्कीमें लोग कहते हैं पहुंच नहीं पाती है, मानते हैं, क्योंकि आप कभी पूछते भी नहीं है, आप उतनी गहराई में जाते भी नहीं है। आप उनका प्रयास देखिए कि पनीर सेल्वम साहब तो बधाई के पात्र हैं कि वो पिछले सप्ताह भी आए और आज भी आए और रविवार को आए जो उनके परिवार का समय है, लेकिन उन्होंने हम लोगों को दिया। तो वो कहीं ना कहीं आप ये बात को समझ लीजिए, ही इज वेरी सीरियस, ही वॉन्ट्स टू हेल्प, ही वॉन्ट्स टू हेल्प दोज आर डिजर्विंग, दोज डिजायर एंड दोज एस्पायर। यू गॉट टू पुट इन एफर्ट्स फ्रॉम योर साइड। रविंद्र नाथ जी, इस चीज को अब आगे आप अपने प्रयास से, यू बीइंग ए नाउ, पहले आप सीनियर एडवाइजर रहे सर, अब आप चेयरमैन हैं। इन्होंने यहाँ गलत लिखा तो उनके लिए मैं माफी चाहता हूँ। अब आप चेयरपर्सन है और चेयरमैन है इस सेगमेंट के। एमएसएमई को अब आप आगे लेकर चलिए। मैं ये चाहता हूं कोई भी बच्चा नौकरी ना मांगे। अब कोई बच्चा नौकरी ना मांगे। अरे भाई क्यों नौकरी मांग रहे हो यार? 15वीं शताब्दी तक जब कोई नौकरी मांगता ही नहीं था और सब लोग अपने अच्छे से करते थे, तो थोड़ा आत्म सम्मान भी रखो, थोड़ा सा ये भाव भी रखो कि थोड़ा तुम चलो, थोड़ा हम चलेंगे और सब लोग इकट्ठे चलेंगे तो भारत भी चलेगा, और भारत चलेगा तो सब कुछ आगे होगा। सब लोगों को आगे करना है। और मैं तो अब पनीरसेल्वम जी के ऑफिस में जाके बैठा रहूंगा, कभी कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग का प्रोग्राम मुझे करना होगा, कभी टीचर के एम्पावरमेंट का प्रोग्राम करना होगा। मुझे हर बच्चे को एंटरप्रेन्योर बनाना है, हर बच्चे को स्टार्टअप में लेके आना है, हर बच्ची को, हर गर्ल चाइल्ड को स्टैंड अप में लेके आना है। सरकार की इतनी सारी स्कीम्स अवेलेबल है, अगर अभी हम फायदा नहीं लेंगे तो मेरा ख्याल कहीं ना कहीं हम में ही कोई कमी है। सरकार तो तुम्हें परोस कर प्लेट में दे रही है। तो मैं सभी प्रिंसिपल, जितने भी लोग वॉच कर रहे हैं, जितने भी डायरेक्टर्स वॉच कर रहे हैं, जो हेड्स हैं, और बहुत सारे स्कूल जो 10वीं तक के हेडमास्टर्स, 632 हेडमास्टर्स हैं जो इस प्रोग्राम को आज वॉच कर रहे हैं। तो मैं आप सबसे एक ही निवेदन करूंगा, शर्माओ नहीं, घबराओ नहीं, और अब उठ खड़े हो। हम सब लोगों को मिलकर इस चीज को आगे लेके चलना है। देखिए, मोदी साहब अकेले भारत को विश्व गुरु दोबारा नहीं बना सकते, अकेले आत्मनिर्भर नहीं बना सकते। नितिन गडकरी जी और उनकी पूरी टीम, जो लोग संडे को भी बैठकर आपके साथ इतनी डिटेल में बातचीत कर सकते हैं, तो इससे ज्यादा कमिटमेंट तो मैं गवर्नमेंट की आपके साथ कहीं ना कहीं नहीं जोड़ सकता। इन शब्दों के साथ मैं बहुत बहुत आभारी हूं पनीरसेल्वम जी का और साथ में रविंद्र नाथ जी का। और मैं निवेदन करूंगा रविंद्र नाथ जी, अगर आप 2 शब्द कहना चाहें, एंड देयर आफ्टर वी विल। और वो जो बच्चा हमारे साथ, जो मेरे लिए तो बच्चे ही हैं 72 साल में, काथिर जी भी जुड़े हैं। तो काथिर जी, आपको भी बहुत बहुत ब्लेसिंग्स हमारी तरफ से। एट दिस एज आई सेंड यू माई डीप ब्लेसिंग्स एंड आई प्रे टू ऑलमाइटी देयर शुड बी मोर ऑफिसर्स and there should be more people like PanneerSelvam ji and like Mr. Kathir in this country. India will never look back and we will never stop.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच, वेरी राइटली सेड। बहुत ही आपने सटीक शब्दों में ये बात कही कि आज के युग में जहां इतने कमिटेड ऑफिसर्स हमें मिलेंगे, पनीरसेल्वम जी जैसे और काथिर साहब जैसे, तो इससे अधिक हमारे लिए और खुशकिस्मती क्या होगी। और ये जो स्कीम भी पनीरसेल्वम जी ने आज जिक्र किया, जिनके बारे में, वो सब टेस्टेड स्कीम्स हैं। लोगों ने उन सब की उपलब्धियां ले रखी हैं, उनके फायदे ले रखे हैं। देयर हैव बीन सक्सेस स्टोरीज आउट ऑफ देम। और एक बात और देखिए, प्रधानमंत्री जी की नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी भी उन्हीं लाइंस पे चल रही है। तो हम पिछड़े क्यों? हम क्यों ना उन बातों का लाभ उठाएं जो कि सरकार हमें दे रही है, और अपने कैंपसेस में, अपने कॉलेजेस और यूनिवर्सिटीज में क्यों ना वो तैयारी पहले से कर ली जाए जो सरकार चाहती है। अगर एक स्कूल में स्किलिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी देनी है 6ठी क्लास से आगे, और ये पेंडेमिक हमेशा नहीं रहना, हम क्यों ना इस पेंडेमिक के समय का सदुपयोग करते हुए अपने कैंपस में उन सुविधाओं को क्रिएट कर लें, उन यूटिलिटीज को क्रिएट कर लें जो कि ये स्कीम्स हमें दे रही हैं। और इससे बढ़िया अपॉर्चुनिटी क्या होगी कि पनीरसेल्वम साहब खुद कह रहे हैं, आप आना चाहें तो मेरे कैंपस में आइए, आप देखिए, आपको अगर कोई मदद चाहिए, आपको कोई हैंड होल्डिंग चाहिए, तो हम देने को तैयार हैं। पनीरसेल्वम जी, आई एम रियली वेरी वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू यू फॉर हैविंग स्पेयर्ड योर टाइम। सर, I am, from the chamber side, we are deeply indebted to you for sparing your time, for sharing your experiences, for sharing your knowledge, and I am sure you would have ignited. आपने वो spark इन सभी प्रिंसिपल्स के, इन सभी हेडमास्टर्स के दिमाग में कर दिया होगा कि आगे का रास्ता, जो हमारे मंत्री जी भी बोलते थे, जो यात्रा बेरोजगार से स्वरोजगार की है, उसका माध्यम एक ही है। उसका माध्यम है ये इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर्स, ये अपस्किलिंग और रीस्किलिंग के प्रोग्राम्स, और ये सभी अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम जिनको आपने इतने खुलासे के साथ एक्सप्लेन किया कि अगर हर कैंपस में हर प्रिंसिपल अगर चाहे तो अपने बच्चों को एक्सपर्ट्स बुलाकर भी जानकारी दे सकता है, जिसके लिए प्रिंसिपल को फंड्स भी सरकार देगी। तो इससे अधिक भारत सरकार अब मुंह में आके तो प्रसाद नहीं डालेगी, आपका हाथ पकड़ के तो आपको चलना सिखाएगी। कुछ कदम, जैसे डॉक्टर गुलशन जी ने भी कहा, घबराओ नहीं, शर्माओ नहीं, आगे बढ़िए और अपने, पहले तो अपने कैंपस को, अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी को, अपने लोगों को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएं, और जब हम आत्मनिर्भर बनेंगे तभी देश आत्मनिर्भर बनेगा. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Thank you very much for creating this opportunity to us. Thank you very much, Mr. PanneerSelvam and Mr. Kathir. Remember one thing, we will keep bothering you because definitely.
Sir, definitely. Before I close, I just share my numbers also, so they can get in touch with me. In case they have any difficulties, they can, get in touch with me. Again, I am fairly good in. LinkedIn में भी थोड़ा अच्छा ये है, so at least alternative day मैं देखता हूँ, and I respond to that. इसलिए अभी मेरा LinkedIn को भी टच कर सकता है कोई, वो मैसेज डाल सकता है LinkedIn में. LinkedIn का ID भी PanneerSelvam Ramaswamy है.
Very nice.
My personal number भी दे दिया है and government ID भी दे दिया है. So email दोनों में भेज सकता है, दोनों में हमेशा मैं देखता हूँ. And LinkedIn में भी मैं very fairly good in and touching the LinkedIn network. So at least alternative day तो हम जरूर देख लेते हैं, आपको मैसेज भी मिल जाएगा, रिप्लाई भी मिल जाएगा.
मैं चैम्बर के माध्यम से ये भी कहना चाहूंगा कि अगर किसी भी प्रिंसिपल को, किसी भी हेडमास्टर साहब को, किसी भी स्कूल या कॉलेज के अधिकारी को जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं, जो अपने कॉलेज कैंपस में, स्कूल कैंपस में ये लगाना चाहते हैं, अगर किसी भी वजह से दे आर नॉट एबल टू रीच अक्रॉस टू मिस्टर PanneerSelvam और मिस्टर Kathir, we in the ICSI will be there because we will always like to become the bridge. हम वो माध्यम बनना चाहेंगे ताकि सरकार और आपके बीच में जो जोड़ हम बना सकें, ताकि ये उपलब्धियां जो सरकार दे रही है वो अधिक से अधिक मात्रा में, अधिक से अधिक स्कूल और कॉलेजेस में वो पहुंच सकें. यही हमारा पूरा फोकस रहेगा. और इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं पुनः एक बार फिर डॉक्टर साहब से कुछ कहने का आग्रह करूंगा.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very kind of you. My deepest regards, gratitudes, and thanks to PanneerSelvam ji, Mr. Kathir ji, and ladies and gentlemen, our chairman for the MSME sector, Shri Ravindra Nath ji, has made a commitment to all of you, and we will stand by that. Any school, any college, any institution, any university, anybody from Polytechnic, ITI, if you need any kind of a support, our chamber would be more than happy to assist you in any respect, wherever you need a hand holding. But now, let's not ask for a job from the government. Give us a job. We don't require a job. Let's start now a new era. Let's start a new tomorrow and let's make a new beginning. And I think we are on the right path. Right from the day one, we were always talking about making education relevant. And education becomes relevant when education takes you to one particular stage where you start supporting your family, you start supporting yourself, and you start supporting all those look towards you, that you have acquired the education now. How are you supporting the family? How are you looking after the family? So thereby, all the young boys and girls, rise, awake, stand up. International Chamber for Service Industry is for you. And we are looking forward to that day when nobody remains unskilled and unemployed. When I say that means you become entrepreneur your own way. Thank you very much, Selvam Saab. Thank you very much, our Kathir ji. And thank you very much, Ravindra Nath ji. God bless all of us. I pray to Almighty, there are more officers like PanneerSelvam ji in the government. Those are so committed. And in a short notice, he got Mr. Kathir also with him. Yes. God bless both of them. We